All right, let's talk about moving averages now. And I love moving averages. I think they're a real powerful and yet pretty simple way to apply some technical analysis easily and quickly and really get a good visual on that. And one thing we know is that, prices, you could probably see from all these price charts, they don't move in a nice straight line, right? And they don't move, real nicely. They are all these ups and downs and all that and kind of, doing that. And a moving average helps to kind of smooth that out so we can kind of, a picture of what might be happening with the prices in an easier to identify manner. So in this section, we're all going to talk about moving averages and how we can apply them to our trading. So moving averages are also known as dynamic analysis. So if we think of what a moving average is, as far as just what is it, it's it's a key component of technical analysis for sure. I mean, it's one of the things that you see often used, often as a default on charts where you see these lines going across the chart. A lot of times those are a moving average line. Again, it's going to smooth out the pricing, so you're not going to have that choppy up and down. It's going to have a smooth kind of line. It's going to kind of smooth out those pricing depending on what moving average you use. And it can adjust for pricing outliers, right? Where you might see prices going up and down, so there's a big high and it comes down, and then there's a big low and it comes down. A moving average will smooth that out and basically account for those price outliers, either high or low. And they also work well with using them with other indicators, whether it's candlesticks or sentiment or volatility or momentum, whatever it might be. There's different types of indicators out there that we're learning about, and they pair well with moving averages, so they can be used for these other indicators. And they're very good at helping to identify trends and helping you to take certain actions around when you see something happens with a moving average indicator. What do you do next? Do you buy? Do you sell? It actually can be very, very apparent looking at these different trends and the ways that you can apply moving averages, which is what this section is all about. How can we apply that, and how can we be better traders around that? Now, a couple of things to understand about moving averages is one is they are a lagging indicator, right? They're looking at averages going back over a certain period of time that you decide how long you want to look back as far as that period of time. But it is, because it's looking backwards, it's a lagging indicator, so it's not a forecasting type tool, or a trend following tool. It's more like looking, a little bit backwards. So it's a lagging indicator that is still very helpful as far as what you might decide to do going forward, but it's not designed to look forward. So, and also you don't have to try to figure out, the start and end points of it, which is nice. When we were looking at like trend lines on, we had to figure out, well, where's the start? Where's the end? Then I got to draw my trend line. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any hand-drawn trend line drawing or anything like that. It's all basically mathematical, and the trading platforms do this all automatically for you. You just set the parameters, how many days basically you want your moving average to look at, and the type of moving average you want to use, which we're going to learn about. And then it's all shown right on the chart, and then you can make decisions based on that. And so the subjective part is really just choosing that moving average you want to use and how many periods. The rest of it's mathematical and automatically done for you. So let's get into that a little bit and how that would really work. And some of the different types of moving averages that are out there. We're going to start with the simple moving average, really the most common one.